let's go and assume things are going to be fine. That everything works and audio is going to be fine. And get into it. Hey everybody, Rebellion here, and welcome back to Bravely Default 2. It's been a while. The channel's... Oh god. I keep on scheduling videos to upload on YouTube, thinking, alright, that's a lot. I could get back to this tomorrow or something, and then the day runs away from me, and I never get back to it. I need to just like find some time and make sure that I can schedule everything I have queued up, because there are some videos there already waiting that should have been out last week, but I just didn't. I forgot to do them, to schedule them. What's the experience today? Nice! Ah, nice, Mercy. Hope Legos 1 does not fuck up. Now, there has been no grind or anything for the team. Wiswald is back to being normal, though, and we do have the new job with the Oracle and the Arcanists. I just have not really tried them in combat, or really even thought up of much of a way that I can abuse them, if I'm being honest. Like, even for the Arcanists all in, I think, like, it would be really contingent on what this second one is, if I use them too much. What's the most successful time to set off fireworks? That changes from person to person. Some people set them off in the dead of night. Other ones, like, just throughout the day. We did Wiswald. Let's go bottom to top, actually, now. Let's go to Savalon and see what we get. You say that, Mercy, but I heard, like, very few fireworks this year, even at all.
Anyhow.
You came. Thank goodness. I'll let Prince Pollux know you're here. He'll tell you everything.
Very well. Then we shall make our way to the palace.
What is going on here? Because the other one was very clear the moment you stepped into the city. Like, people were missing. This one, though... unfortunately, like, it's been that long that I do not remember what they said in the message was, like, the big threat. Potions are available now. And for weapons, we have all of them. For shield, we don't have some of them, like Spike Shield right here, as an example. Still say we're fine for a lot of these things. So to the palace and see what is going on here. What is the big threat?
You have our thanks for coming all this way, Princess Gloria.
It's my pleasure, Prince Pollux. Would you mind telling us what's been going on?
Of course. As I asked Anihal to inform you, the Holograders have demanded that our kingdom join their empire. I put the matter to the Council of Elders, but alas, they were divided. Things were further complicated when two of the elders passed away in quick succession. Their deaths were deemed to be suicides, but both men happened to be of the faction opposed to joining the Empire, which is rather suspicious. I'm sure you will agree.
You think the Holograders had them killed?
I'm afraid that I do.
We'll be happy to help in any way we can, of course.
Thank you, Your Highness. Perhaps you could speak to some of the council members. They might be more prepared to open up to one such as yourself.
Alright, diving into politics. Assassination politics at that. Not all bad news. Crikey, someone's looking a wee bit glum. I must confess that Savalon's current plight does concern me. Rather, Well, Pollux isn't exactly a seasoned leader. And what will all these elders dying in suspicious circumstances? It's a bit of a worry, aye. Yes. It's not all bad news, though. They've started working on repairing the parts of the city that were damaged by all the water. And once it's all gone, they'll be able to finish the job. This is good to hear. Hope the repairs continue to go well. Aye. And these aren't the people to wallow in despair either. Business at the gaming hall is booming as ever. Really? Even at times like these? I always hear there's 4 essentials in life. Food, clothing, shelter, and fun. And if they're having fun, it means the other 3 are covered. I suppose so. Good. Let's get down there and do it. Do our bit, then. To the gaming hall. Not until the matter at hand is resolved, Elvis. We have duties to perform. Aye, Your Highness, of course. That's me told. That's just his default look, I think, right? Yeah, that's him as a freelancer. Alright, wait, you're one of them.
The deaths of those 2 elders. They were suicides, were they not? Or are you suggesting otherwise?
Well, the circumstances are pretty suspicious.
Suspicious, you say? You have been talking to Prince Pollux, I assume. He certainly does not seem to believe that those poor men killed themselves.
Well, they were both opposed to joining the Empire, and they both happened to die. You can see why he might believe Holograd had something to do with it.
Yes. And I must confess, I am inclined to agree with him. After all, Savalon is as far from Holograd as it is possible to get. An invasion would be a difficult and long-winded affair. I can understand why they would attempt to subdue the kingdom through such machinations instead. Of course, I have not a shred of evidence to support this theory, which puts me in a very awkward position. Though it is nothing compared to the situation in which Prince Pollux has found himself, following the death of his brother. It is our duty as elders to support him. Speaking of which, I must attend a meeting. Perhaps we will have the chance to talk again later.
Maybe, but I doubt it. Oh, they mentioned the gaming hall, I thought just for like flavor to say people are still like having fun and not worrying about stuff, but no, there actually is a storied thing right here apparently. One of them is at the gaming hall gambling his life away.
It was the curse. It was the curse that killed them.
What do you mean?
They conspired with Bernard to have their fellow elder, Lupus, tried for a crime he did not commit.
They did? So, what happened to Lupus after that?
He killed himself, stabbed himself in the chest with a dagger. Suicide. And now we have 2 more suicides. Bernard is dead, and now his co-conspirators are dead. Do you not see? This is Lupus's revenge from beyond the grave. It is a curse, I tell you. The thought makes my blood run cold. It chills me to my very core.
Alright, so if someone's saying that they suspect but there's no evidence, another one's saying it's a curse. They keep it diverse, I guess, but... Probably that assassin-looking lady that we saw on the enemy side, but... What... Like, I don't think it's an assassin class, right?
The 2 elders who passed away, they both killed themselves, did they not? Why do you ask?
Prince Pollux didn't seem so sure it was suicide.
Well, I do not wish to speak ill of the dead, but we all know what Bernard did, do we not? Subverting the affairs of the nation for his own ends. The elders in question could well have been involved in something similar. I have heard that Holograd takes a very dim view of such activities. Perhaps these men were so afraid of what might happen to them if Savalon joined the Empire, that they took matters into their own hands.
Could be, I guess. Thanks for your help. How do you feel about joining the Empire, by the way? Are you for it or against it?
Oh, I am all for it. The alternative is war. The people would suffer terribly. In any case, I am late for a council meeting. I must be on my way. Good day to you.
I can somewhat understand the logic of the alternative is war, the people would suffer, but also, due to their geographical location, I feel like they actually would be one of the better places to try and fight off an invasion and war.
What? The dead elders? I have no interest in them. Dwelling on the past will not help us adjust to our new reality. We will soon be part of the Empire.
I guess you're in favor of joining then.
Indeed I am. As with any transaction, it is a simple matter of weighing the costs against the benefits. The fact is that our kingdom is in chaos. If we were to make a stand against the Hologradders now, it would be the end of us. Besides... But I must be on my way. A council meeting is starting soon. Please, excuse me.
Council, I mean, if we can sit in the council meeting or just eavesdrop on, we could hear a bit more about the arguments being involved. The elders are weak-minded. I mean, there is a logic to be said about thinking, assuming it is a thought of the people, I can somewhat understand the idea of if the stronger, more industrial nation attacks the kingdom, especially one that's assuming that we are seeing most of it right here, I can see how much civilian population they have to go through, assuming they would take it only from the gates and not from the other side, like that the mountain range actually gives it suitable protection. I can see a thought of that, even though I would find such an idea disingenuous that they would care so much about people, just because real life stuff. I can understand the logic of trying to minimize a shakeup of what is already established. But that ignores the idea of emerging between both cultures, the rule of law, as well as how that other country governs their own citizens, and if this population would even survive a shakeup like that. Again, a lot of assumptions, but I would not at least say currently it is weak-minded, more a mindset that does not like change, or one that believes that if there is such change, they would be the ones to survive it.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. Lady Sickness asked for my assistance with an issue that has arisen. You have my undivided attention now, however. Tell me, what did you learn from your interviews with the elders? Lupus, you say? It was his place on the council that Bernard took, and some suspect that he was accused of a crime he did not commit, and that the ordeal led him to take his own life. And you think there might be some truth to this?
One of the people we spoke to said that the two elders who died recently were cursed, that it was their punishment for framing Lupus.
I shall have to discuss the matter with Dromid. He will know more, I am sure. And fortunately, the Council has just approved my proposal to consult with him on the matter of Holograd's request that we join the Empire. Come, we will visit him in his cell and see what he has to say.
Thanks for the bit, Celos, you're awesome. And plot-wise, Jippo, we are returning to older cities to figure out what's going on. We got a cutscene of the enemy empire sending three specific, very specific class-looking people to 3 cities to try and cause disturbances, as they are starting to mobilize for war. We've taken care of one, which was trying to raise an army of the dead. And now in the second one right here, it looks like the idea of war made the king ask the council, should we join them instead as a peaceful resolution to it. Half said yes, half said no, or a little bit less than half said no, a little bit more said yes, or the other way around. And now the people that are disagreeing on merging with the other empire are starting to die. So we suspect what's going on. And that is currently where the story sits. Large political thing, and one involving the suppression of votes, largely through the death of people that would represent those votes. Currently, the optics are kind of pointing towards, the optics are making it look like it's gonna be rough, but let's see. Why do we gotta go into the jail? Also, how's it going, Sans Pikachu?
Prince Pollux?
Is something the matter?
Well, no. But did you not enter the dungeon just moments ago?
What?
Certainly not. I have just arrived.
Oh no! Come on, we need to hurry.
Why?
I'll explain later. Right now, Drummond's in danger.
Wait. A class that can imitate the others?
What in the Drummond?
Oh, Your Highness, there are two of you.
Who's the imposter?
So, the time has come, and earlier than expected.
The time to kill you all.
Let's see what you're made of, eh?
Prepare to die.
Yeah. What the?
Claim our
Alright,
trump
she gets the first hit.
cards.
This is the class that we saw. Alright, first thing is first, we need to examine this whole thing. Actually, examine and then increase the luck of our designated thief.
Aye, this should be it. Oh, man, get it!
I do not want to kill her in case there's something to steal first, so... First off, enter the counter stance. Enhance the counters, and then enrage, so that way it targets enemy. Now, actually, only steal once first to see if there even is something that can be stolen. Nothing to steal. Alright, oh god.
To meet your maker.
We survived, but not by much. Good to know. We have an idea now of what we're fucking dealing with here. So first off, Kiraga. Set up a spirit to revive. Actually, before that, let's set up Re-Arise, Regeneration, and then a Health Bringer.
Holy Spirit, lend us your power. Magical assistant. Let me help you. Now you've made me mad.
Oh, she's defaulting to gain some bonus points. All right. I don't really want to use the monsters right now, so let's see. So if there's nothing to steal, it's safe to kill. How much does Godspeed strike to? 3k is substantial, just because, like, Godspeed strike is Godspeed strike and Godspeed strike is bullshit, but... Are you gonna have issues, or do you absorb Earth or Wind? First off, before I pop off. Oh, alright. The revive was popped. Good to know. Let's get Fluid Stance back, and then... You know what? Just... Neo Cross Slash.
Alright, air for him. I've got a little something for your size.
I grow bored of this. Time to withdraw.
Bitch, you were on the back foot. Don't you... Ah...
She just vanished.
Crikey! What was that? A ghost? Something to do with this curse?
No, nothing of the sort.
You were gonna lose, you know it.
Whoever she was, she dropped her necklace.
It seems you arrived just in time. You have my thanks. But why come after me?
I guess somebody wants you out of the way.
It seems you know more of the circumstances than I. Would you care to explain?
Forgive us, Drummond. The kingdom finds itself in dire need of your wisdom.
I see. Much has been afoot.
Indeed. And I would hear your thoughts. How should we proceed, old friend?
Well, from what you have told me, there would seem to be little doubt that Holograd has been engaging in clandestine activity within the kingdom. Perhaps I am an obstacle to their scheme in some way, hence their attempt to eliminate me.
It must be something you know, something vital to their plans.
Indeed. But what? The bulk of my knowledge concerns the history and governance of Savalon. If we can deduce what it is they believe I know, we might be able to make some sense of all this.
Only the council knew that I was coming here to meet with Dromet, which means an elder is responsible. But what could they have been so keen to keep you from telling me?
Let's go and talk to them all again, eh? The culprit's bound to let something slip eventually.
We got the assassin's necklace. Is it an actual item or a key item? Nope, it's... wait. Yep, key item, but also... that retained the trace of an unusual fragrance. That's going to be involved in some way. Auto heal. Oh, party chat. Who done it? I can't stop thinking about the suicide of these elders. There just isn't any way that it's a coincidence. Yeah, it's got to be something to do with the ones who want to join the Empire and the ones who don't, right? Which would suggest that, that a member of the council was behind it all. Right. Which is why I did a little research on them all. When? So Cygnus and Delphinus are what you might call the pro-Empire faction. We've already met Cygnus. She seems to be a pretty serious sort of person. And Delphinus, well, he sounds like the opposite. Rumor has it that he likes to gamble a lot. Then there's Draco. He's kind of a fence-sitter. Basically, he'll go along with whatever Principal decides. And finally, there's Leo. He's against joining the Empire, but... well, it sounds like all kinds of rumors have been flying about him since the other elders died. So, where to begin? Begin... somewhere. We have several places to try and go to. Gonna go clockwise just to hit a lot of these things, but also gonna try to hit this. 2 hours only. All right, we got plenty of time left. How's it going, Saber for Wife? Welcome. Oh, wait, those are subquests, right? We will do those after the incident is taken care of because I want to see what the other jobs are. Whatever job this is, it looks like it could maybe imitate people? Or is that just part of the aesthetic and like this job is just straight up assassin?
Well, have you identified the traitor?
No, we need more time to think.
I see. Then please continue with your investigations and inform me immediately when you have.
Alright. So that's where these lists mean. They're actually to help us to investigate all of them.
Is that the necklace you recovered from the floor of my cell? Would you mind if I examined it more closely? My word. This is Lupus's family crest. But why was my would-be assassin in possession of such an item?
Lupus. Alright. I doubt I can... That's going to be a good piece of information to have, but now we have to link it with something else.
The elders did not commit suicide, you say? They were murdered by holograders.
That's right. And they tried to murder Dromet too. Luckily, we got there first. The assassin dropped this necklace.
It is a valuable clue, no doubt, but I am afraid it means nothing to me. But wait. Dogs and other animals can use the scents left on personal items to trace their owners, can they not? Perhaps something similar might yield results.
Is there a dog trainer person in the city somewhere? How about you?
What?
The elders who supposedly killed themselves were assassinated by Holograders. That is quite a claim. And I have little to say in response. Please understand, I am in favor of joining the Empire. It is the best way to avoid a war. It will also create numerous trading opportunities for Savalon. It is not ideal, and to reach this conclusion was not easy. But life does not consist of easy decisions. You would do well to remember that.
And this person is not that talkative. Alright, apparently I missed one on the right. Talk to you first.
Forgive me, I am too busy to speak with you at the moment.
What is it, Gloria?
Oh, nothing, I'm sure. It was just her perfume. It had the rather unique aroma of musk.
Musk? What's that?
It is an extract from a certain type of deer, prized for its unique fragrance. Hard to come by in Savalon, I should imagine. I wouldn't think that there are very many people who wear it.
That person's name was Cygnus, I think. Oh, you! Right, you have animals.
You want to know who owns that necklace? Okay. We'll help you. Can you give it here? He says it smells of deer.
Deer? How come?
I don't know. Sorry.
It's Cygnus. The thing is, now that we have the information, do any of the other dialogues change?
The elders did not commit suicide. That's right. But wait. Dogs...
That dialogue did not change at all? And there is no other exclamation marks that we can see. And assuming that all the dialogue has been exhausted and it will just loop around, when asked who, our answer is going to be Cygnus. Nothing else to be found here, so... Let's see if we're making the right choice.
Well, have you identified the traitor?
Sure.
You have? Excellent. I shall call an emergency meeting of the Council immediately. Thank you all for gathering here at such short notice. As you are well aware, the Council recently lost 2 of its members. I am sorry to inform you that there is a strong likelihood they were killed by agents of Holograd. However, with the assistance of Dromed and Princess Gloria, we have managed to unmask the traitor. If you would.
Thank you, Your Highness. We'll take it from here. First of all, it is important to note that the 2 elders who were murdered were...
Okay, they're actually gonna make me do a investigation thingy here. They were against joining the enemy empire.
Of course, their assassin could only have known this if they had infiltrated the Council. The killer then turned their attention to Dromed. Why? Well, he must have had knowledge of something from the kingdom's past that the killer would have preferred not to be made public. In order to attempt the assassination, the traitor disguised themselves as Prince Pollux, knowing the guards would be expecting him. However, not everybody knew that the prince was due to visit Dromed. In fact,
the prince knew. I don't think the council was even told that they were going. Actually, now that I think about it, absolutely no one knew. I'm gonna say this at the very least because due to my poor memory, I think that's correct. But also, if I'm not, I want to see what does the game say about that.
Wait, that isn't right. Let's try again.
All right. Okay.
Well, Have you identified
They
the traitor?
they kick you out. Okay, gotcha.
You have. Thank you all.
First of all, it is important to note that the two elders who were murdered
They were against?
Of course, their assassin could only have known this if they had infiltrated the council. The killer then turned their attention to Dromid. Why? Well, he must have had knowledge of something from the kingdom's past that the killer would have preferred not to be made public. In order to attempt the assassination, the traitor disguised themselves as Prince Pollux, knowing the guards would be expecting him. However, not everybody knew that the prince was due to visit Dromid. In fact...
Alright, odds are only the council. If we're gonna try and pin this all on a council member.
Luckily, we were able to intercept the assassin. Less luckily, they were able to escape. However, they dropped something in the process.
A necklace.
It was a necklace. And this necklace has a very distinctive smell. The smell of perfume. The same perfume worn by...
Cygnus.
It's you, Lady Cygnus. You're the traitor.
Well, Lady Cygnus, would you care to explain yourself? Did you really do this? And if so, why?
Revenge. For my father.
You mean you are Maya, Lupus's daughter?
Not anymore. I am Marla now.
But why? Why all this?
I told you. Revenge. I killed the people who killed my father. The Lord Commander gave me an asterisk. That of the Phantom. And I used it well.
But enough talk. Time to die, Prince Pollux.
Get back, Your Highness!
That's a strong asterisk. It changes their height and age.
You're in for a treat.
Prepare to die.
Let me at him!
Alright, so now we gotta check to make sure that things are gonna be... okay, so fluid stance, fluid flow, and rage. Nope, I didn't mean to default, but sure, let's go for that. Steal, is there anything to steal? Nothing to steal.
Prepare to meet your maker.
Still provoke, let's make sure we get our buffs going. Alright, regeneration, re-erase, a health bringer, and also just heal for you.
Spirits protect us your power. Let me help you. Holy Spirit, heal.
Want to see what I can really do?
Why did she just attack in the middle of our chain there? I didn't actually see it happen so fucking fast.
It's time to get serious.
Alright, but now that we know that there is nothing to stop us from just going unga bunga and killing them, Godspeed strike to the excess.
I have killed the men who betrayed my father. Now I will destroy Savalon itself. No one will stand in my way. No one.
I needed that.
Time to play my trump cards.
Ow. I mean, you're gonna lose, I want to say, almost a third of your HP in a second. Throw a feather at Enon.
Lord Adam is the only one who cared for me. He is the only ruler I would ever follow. And I will gladly give my life for his cause.
Want to see what I
The
can
man
really
barely
do?
got up. What did you have against him? Actually, I think I understand why, but still, that's rude. For that, Neo Cross Flash.
Try this for some. Got a little something for you. This.
Ow.
You
That one I read. Counter physical attack.
Time to play my trump cards. Yeah, I'm not done yet. Thanks.
You are about to witness my true power. Yeah. Yes, more.
So now let's reapply rearraise. Same with regeneration. And once again, actually let's do a with Kiraga. Ow! What the fuck? You know what? Fuck it. Let disaster fall upon thee.
But that's no excuse.
I think I saw counter to magical attacks there as well. That means this thing could counter physical attacks, magical attacks, and something about healing. One of the jobs, maybe. Alright, Phantom. Phantoms are lethal dagger specialists, capable of moving so unbelievably fast that enemies are often unable to react. Never-ending nightmare. Perform an extremely powerful physical attack on a target. If the target is defeated, another action can be performed. Become the lightning. Increase your physical and magical attack by 25% for 3 turns. And obviously stats cannot increase beyond 200% of their base value. But that thing, if you kill, you keep going, that sounds ripe for abuse.
I failed. I am useless. A disgrace.
Wait, no! Thanks to Anihal, we have located the remains of the real Lady Cygnus. It would appear that the imposter was in place for quite some time.
Forgive me, Your Highness. I only wish I had not been so blind to the deception that was taking place.
You have nothing to apologize for, Drummond. Indeed, without your invaluable insight, the stranger in our midst would never have been unmasked. I hope that you see now how much we need you as our...
I cannot, in good conscience, return to my former role, Your Highness. My actions were unbecoming of a royal record keeper. Unbecoming of any decent citizen, truth be told. I deserve and desire to remain imprisoned. I hope you understand.
If that is what you wish, Drummond, then I shall not stand in your way. Though I hope that in time you will feel ready to return to your rightful place. And you, Princess Gloria, what do you intend to do next?
Savalon may be safe for now, Your Highness, but other kingdoms remain in danger. And while we cannot know for certain until we've investigated further, my suspicion is that this is all Holograd's doing. I mean to go to those kingdoms' aid, just as we came to yours.
I see. Princess Gloria, you and your friends have come to Savalon's rescue not once, but twice now. It is only fitting, therefore, that we attempt to return the favor. Would you permit me and my people to assist you in your quest?
You would really do this for us?
Of course. Though, naturally, with the Council in chaos, I doubt we will be able to act immediately. Still, I am sure I will eventually be able to persuade the Elders to lend you our full support.
Thank you, Your Highness. That would be very much appreciated.
Okay, so what is the... Oh, well, we're about to die too. Okay, but job. Let's see. Where is the Phantom? Let's test. Let's take a look at everyone's gear, or what they would look like with the class. Alright, so first, like the wispy things on their legs, I kind of like. Edgy. The black, it was silver and purple-ish in the inside, I guess. For her, it's green. Looks more like Hela. For you, it's yellow. And for you, it's blue. Main difference being that, like, for the men, it looks like... What's it called? Wait, what happened? I was going to assume that entirely. Oh, sorry. I apparently dropped 2.5% frames. I dropped 4,066 of them. When the fuck did that happen? But alright. Like, I think the universe doesn't want me to play Bravely Default for some reason. Weird. But if we are back, then that's fine. The main difference between the men and the women, aside the obvious, like, model figure, where ladies always seem to have this kind of body type. For the men, the costume appears to be popped collar style over the regular suit, and for women, it is that, like, along the back curving royal thing. I mainly associate that with, like, Hela from the Marvel movies, but still. Look for Pikachu with a Phantom Costume. Pikachu? Probably the yellow does a lot of it, I feel. And the spikiness, maybe. But alright, now let's look at the class stuff itself. So the first thing actually, let's look at their Achilles heel. Any physical or magical attack that successfully exploits an enemy's weakness has a 50% chance of inflicting critical damage. So while we have passives that say like magic and crit and all that, this specifically says that if you're hitting a weakness, then it can just coin toss 50-50 turn into a crit. Did I mean to put Adele and Archer right on the Beastmaster? Actually, wait, you're right. Sorry, I mixed that up. Because this is the one that gives the bonus for the stats, yeah. Thank you for catching that, BB guy. I forgot about that. Alright, so the first some skills. Recurring Nightmare, everyone gets this. Single quick attack on a target. If the target is defeated, another action can be performed. Then Lightning. That's the buff. Perform 3 quick attacks on a target. Powerful Darkness imbued physical attack on a target. Physical attack that's extremely effective against poison targets. Boost crit damage by 30%. Enable the user to evade a single physical attack. Form a physical attack that's extremely effective against targets from Contagion. Evading an attack will cause BP to increase by 1. That's actually very good. Inflicting status ailments on the target will be rewarded with an extra action. So again, it's all doubling up on, like, if you do X action, get another turn. And there's proper dual wield. Performing an extremely powerful physical attack on target. If the target is defeated, another action performed. So far, the class seems good, but I do not know if it's gonna include some powerful things yet. Because so far, it's doubling up action. Looks to be mostly tied to if they kill something, go again. Or, like, if a physical attack kills something, go again. Of course, there goes daggers. It feels like it is very in line with, like, the thief/rogue mindset. And also, 50% chance that if you use weakness, if you exploit a weakness, you can just keep going, or you get a critical hit. I feel like everyone's going to want to learn it, though, just because of dual wield. Like, that in itself is a very powerful passive. Yeah, dual wield is the prize here, from the looks of it. Dual wield and turntables, funny enough. Because evading, I'm pretty sure, can still happen a little bit, and that random 1 BP is going to change the tide somewhere. As for status ailments, getting an extra action, I just don't know if status ailments are going to be a big enough thing that we want to bank on it at all. Oh, there was a party chat. that I apparently missed. Oh, no, it shows up again. Hold on, does it show up after a while if I'm walking? There it is. Savalon's future. Seems like Savalon's going to be having a tough time of it for a little while. Aye, and there's not even enough elders for the council to function. They lost 2. Actually, 3. Is that enough to cripple the council? What do you think will happen? New elders will have to be selected. The council cannot sit until it has the required number of members to do so. What are they going to choose? Local bigwigs? That kind of thing? Prince Pollux and the remaining elders will draw up a short list. They will then discuss the candidates among themselves before making a final decision. Sounds like a pain in the neck. Surely there's a simpler way of doing it. It's worth taking the time to do things right when the future of the nation's at stake. After all, they don't want to go picking another Bernard. Good point. I forgot you know about these things, Elvis. You being a bigwig yourself. Yuck. Some of my relatives found Wiswald, that's all. I'm not such a big deal back home, honestly. Anyway, there are times where even bigwigs have to forget about the ins and outs of politics and think about their people instead. Indeed, recent events must surely have shown the elders how precarious their positions can be. But if Holograd's actions have done one good thing, it is the bringing together of the people of Savalon in the face of an invader. Yeah, nobody's gonna want to join forces with the country that's been killing their council members. And there will be no need to do so. I have faith in the people of Savalon and in Prince Pollux. Alright. Mastering of a phantom enables some very stupid things. I mean, the way I could see something stupid coming out of that class. I'm trying to think what would enable very stupid things. Dual wield, yeah, it's good. But you said master, so it has to be this. What would enable stupid or broken things? Getting dual wield on its own actually kind of... I wouldn't say negates the benefit of double duty right here. But it does mean that... it has to be something that outweigh having multiple job specializations active. Or... I honestly am unsure. Was this done? Damn it, no it wasn't. Only 28 minutes. God damn. Alright. Let me go to the inn to rest up, get my HP and MP back. Then we're gonna go back to the first city. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised that city goes so fast. It honestly it didn't have a dungeon or anything. It had 2 mandatory fights. But I guess for an assassin-type job class, there's really not much you can drag it out on. The Arcanist made sense thematically for the whole undead stuff. And I don't remember what this third one was. Halcyonia.